video is about a healthcare crisis, right? Healthcare crisis and so on, right? Like for example, what happened during COVID and them kind of situations, right? And what is generally happen during what's generally happen with health, right? Throughout the country, throughout the world, right? Now this is far surpasses Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm not throwing stones for nobody in this country. Trust me, I ain't throwing no stones for nobody in this country, right? But this is for general. It's just again on the elite scenario and leadership, right? When you have people who lead in the world, whether back in the government or government itself, I've noticed I just talk about two sort of people: government and those who back in the government, right? Um, you're seeing people lead people in leadership, right? They gain access to the most proper healthcare and that kind of thing. And then other people, other citizens, had to suffer, right? Now, this is and this is why we are suggesting that if you have knowledge in medicine and those kind of things, to volunteer services because um and it do have to be within the structure of the government itself. Like you could volunteer services throughout the world, throughout the country, throughout the world. Those sort of things that it let people exchange resources outside of those structures and all kind of thing, because it's a problem really, right? When you have a lot of people suffering, right, in one place, right? Healthcare crisis is called, right, and then you have people again because by virtue of you being a leader of a nation, a group, or something, that you get the best healthcare, you're being treated, right, as more than equal, right, when it's supposed to be treated as an equal. If you run in a country, for example, you're not supposed to be having access to the best healthcare and your citizens suffering, right? This is what I'm trying to say now. Right? This has nothing to do with Keith Rowley or anything like that, right? But I know I talking because the problem, remember the problem, it goes way beyond our country. The problems that we face in life, it goes way beyond. Right? It is not necessarily, it's not always stemming from us. It's a problem that's stemming generations are back. Right? And our legacy is a legacy that's stemming generations are back. Right? So people who have access to proper healthcare, first class healthcare, right, versus people on the ground, right, who suffering, because they had to wait long in one institution. That's why I say now we are saying is, outside of those institutions, that people could volunteer their services, and this goes for everybody, not one particular ethnic group, not one particular anybody. Once they have knowledge, right, knowledge on healthcare, and this could be medical knowledge, this could be knowledge on meaning medicinal knowledge, or it could be herbal knowledge, it could be anything of the sort, right? To make that known outside of schools, outside of the medical organizations, these kind of things, right? All of these things is going to shake up the system and wake people up to reality, right? Because it could be a situation where we could have people at home, right? People at home and they're sick, and you get a visitation from people in your own village and thing, right? Because it's have people knowledgeable within your own community, right? There are people knowledgeable within your own communities, right? There are people knowledgeable within your own communities, right? So if you could get world class care, right, in your own in the comfort of your own home, right, you could actually have access to world class care from your own village or people outside of your village who have the knowledge, expertise in these areas, right, in the comfort of your own home, and you get world class care in the comfort of your own home, right? This is what I'm referring to now, right? So you don't have suffering. That is all of these things we need to do to ease suffering, right? Ease suffering, right? Ease suffering and have people get a peaceful passing of the world when it's time for them to pass, right? That's my whole point, really. That is what I just come in here to say, right? All of these things is all ending up in that. I tell Allah is the final destination.